Well, this is a beautiful bus. It's been donated to our campaign. We're going to use it for the next 3 months. It's the CannaBus, and it's really going to be a wonderful mobile sign-up station. It's a billboard for our campaign. People are going to get excited when they see this bus. They're going to come running over to sign up, and I think it's really going to make a huge difference for our campaign's visibility.
Well, this is an issue whose time has come. The vast majority of British Columbians want to see a change in the marijuana laws and don't want to see their taxpayer dollars towards arresting and convicting people for marijuana possession. But our politicians in BC aren't responding to the people on this issue, so we want to have a referendum and force this onto the ballot so that we can have our voice heard. It's a big effort involved, but you know, we're going to sign up a lot more volunteers over the coming weeks, but if just each of those 1,700 volunteers just gets 4 or 5 signatures a day, every day, we will more than meet our target. So it's certainly doable. I expect our canvasser numbers to grow quite a bit over the coming weeks as we get out there in the communities and start signing up signatures. We're going to be bringing in new canvassers as well, and that is really going to help to swell our ranks and ensure we can succeed in this campaign. Well, no one's ever tried a referendum campaign like this before. You know, we've had a year in advance planning. We've got significant funding for our campaign, largely from Bob Erb, the marijuana millionaire up in Terrace who won the lottery. British Columbians really care about this issue. 7 out of 10 people in this province want a lot of change. But I agree, it's a huge job we have to undertake. It's by no means guaranteed. But if we pull together and if people who care about this issue come out and get involved, we can definitely make this happen.
Let's go back to when you first said, look, I want to make marijuana legal. People kind of looked at you strangely and they couldn't believe it. Who's this crazy guy? Tell us the difference now between then and today. What's it like now?
Well, I've been working on this campaign for over 20 years, really, to change the marijuana laws. But certainly when we launched last September and got things going, I mean, it was a lonely road sometimes getting out there, but we've built it one community at a time, one stop at a time. I've done over 110 talks about the Sensible Policing Act over the last year. We've managed to build up our support all over the province, and now we're really at the point where it's mushrooming, where we're getting exponential growth, and we're in a solid position to make this campaign a success.
Are people taking this seriously?
Absolutely. You know, we've been endorsed by all the major print media in Vancouver. We've had really positive support from our communities. Local media is very supportive. And really, there's nobody who's against this in British Columbia. The only sort of negativity we get is from those who don't want to discuss the issue. But I haven't heard a single person say that this campaign is wrong for British Columbia and that we need to keep arresting more and more marijuana users every year in our province.
So you have to get 10% of the voters in every riding. What ridings are you concerned about?
Well, you know, people ask me sometimes about the rural ridings, but actually I've spent so much time traveling through those areas and finding local canvassers that we have a lot of support. I'm actually more worried about Vancouver and Surrey, for instance, not because there's a lack of support, but just because we need so many signatures in a relatively small area that we need a lot of canvassers to get in there and make it happen. But even in the most anti-marijuana parts of British Columbia, there is still a majority support for this legislation, and so it's just a matter of us finding our supporters, getting their names on a piece of paper, and this campaign will be a success.
When you're on the road in the bus, is there offices or places in Vancouver if somebody wanted to sign up, or is it strictly, or is it on? Can you do it online? I don't think you can.
People can sign online. They've got to sign a piece of paper that's witnessed by a registered canvasser. We're going to have sign-up stations all around the province. We're still getting those in place. We only got the petition forms from Elections BC about an hour ago, so they're at the printers, and we're going to start canvassing as soon as they're off the press. But within a week or so, you'll be able to check our website. We'll have an extensive list of sign-up stations around the province, but certainly folks can come by our office. Just keep an eye out in your community. You'll be sure to see some Sensible BC canvassers out there.